I would also like to see maps that are both high roundable and have that are both high roundable that are high roundable. I mean, Black Ops 4 had quite a few maps that were high roundable, but it also had maps that were not high roundable at all. Like, for example, Alpha Omega is not a simple high round map. You have to be very, very good at zombies. You have to use... Okay, Tunnel 6 again. You have to be able to... You know, Alpha Omega, you have to be a very, very good player. None of the ray guns have a lot of ammo, or last, or have unlimited damage, so that makes it hard. The only way to get to a high round on Alpha Omega is to either break the game with the ballistic knife strategy, or to do this very difficult trap Hellion salvo strategy, which is very, very difficult. So, and that's, you know, something that kind of lacked within Black Ops 4. Black Ops 3, for example, every single map was very high roundable, except for maybe Garad Crovey. But Garad Crovey is still very high roundable. I mean, what I would consider high roundable is 50 is simple to get to. I mean, it's not overly difficult to get to, but I mean, it obviously takes some skill to get to that high of a round. But that's what I like to see as well, high roundable maps, because personally me, while I like Easter eggs and I like doing them, I am more of a high round player. I like going for round 50s, round 100s and stuff like that. But, well, more round 50s. I like going for round 50 pluses, not round 100s. That's just, it's just a little too long for me. But I would like to see that as well, is high roundable maps with the good Easter egg as well, for the big maps, not for the main survival maps, but I want the survival maps to be high roundable as well. I want every single map in the game to be high roundable with either training or camping. That's what I would like to see as well, which is definitely possible, and I know that they can definitely do that. So another thing, talking about just like not really specifics, like specific maps and stuff like that. I mean, I did touch on that briefly. I want Cold War maps and high roundable maps. But I would also like to see maps that, or okay, what I had this idea in my head, but I went on a random tangent and forgot what I was going to say. Oh, what was it? I'll have to think about it for a second. Oh, I would like to see, just like with Black Ops 4, what they did is I would like to see a lot of maps at launch. And now, due to the fact that, you know, because of COVID and the fact that the game may be not completely finished at launch and they only had a couple of years to make it, I have a feeling that this won't be feasible or won't be possible, but I would like to see a lot of maps at launch, just like with Black Ops 4, because that in itself will keep the map fresh, or keep the game fresh as well. So there's a lot of things to do for sure. And as for the perk system go, I would like to see kind of a hybrid perk system that between the original as well and the, you know, the new system that was in Black Ops 4. So for example, I saw this idea from, I can't remember which YouTuber it was exactly. I think it was Mr. T-Lexify, but I'm not positive. But he laid out this perk system where it was basically the original perks. So Juggernaut, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Stamina Up, yada yada yada. But they have similar abilities to what you had back in Black Ops 4. So for example, you know, Stamina, for example, you could either have it go, you could either have a skill tree for it. So you'd have a skill tree for it basically, and you could either choose to have Stamina Up be a time slip, or you could have it be the Stamina Up from Black Ops 4, which is you have unlimited sprint and unlimited fast sprint for the duration of the game. So you could do a skill tree that would lead to that. Then for Juggernog, for example, you would have just the standard Juggernog, which of course gives you 5 hits. Oh, and Stamina Up, of course, would be the same, you know, the same base Stamina Up. But then Jug, for example, would be, you'd have, you know, you could go for a skill tree that would either give you Victorious Tortoise, or the other skill tree could be, you'd have, what would the other skill tree be for Juggernog? You could either have Victorious Tortoise, or you could have Winter's Whale. But then that would get rid of Widow's Wine. So let's just say they don't have Widow's Wine in the game, so then you could either pick Winter's Whale, or you could pick Victorious Tortoise. And then for Quick Revive, the one skill tree could be, you'd have you know, the ability to regen health faster, or be able to pick up your teammates faster. So if you're more of a solo player, well, no, that would make sense. Quick revive, either recover from health faster, or basically, you guys get the idea. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. That would be very cool, and would definitely really make the game fresh for a lot of people, including anyone. So then they could have that same solid perk system. Or, it would give you Dying Wish. That would be the other ability for Jug, not what was the other thing I said. So that would be very cool. So, and then you could basically pick a skill tree, and you could pick both skill trees if you want, but you can only go into game with one of those options. That would be a very cool way to do perks, and I think that would definitely mix up zombies quite a bit for a lot of people. So that's something that I wanted to address as well as the perks. Because the perk system was really not that popular. Whoops. Dang it, that was a fail. Was really not that well received. I mean, a lot of people liked it. Actually, a lot of people did not like it, and it wasn't very well received, so I assume that they won't be going back with that same perk system. But I mean, I can see exactly why they did it. They did it for the simple reason that they wanted to make it fresh, that they wanted to get rid of the crutch perks, but that really didn't work too well for them because crutch perks existed anyways. I mean, I don't know one person who didn't play zombies with Dying Wish on their character. I mean, no one. I never played a zombies game without Dying Wish. Never. Because it was such a crutch perk. I mean, it would save you from dying a lot of the time. So that is something that, it didn't really work out very well for them. But if they made, perks with those similar abilities, we'd still have those crutch perks, but they would be more unique, and you could have different abilities with them, which would be very cool, and would 100% refresh the game a lot. Another thing I want to talk about is specialist weapons and perk machines. I really don't want any special weapons to come back unless they are buildable and you have to earn them by playing the map. Black Ops 4's specialist weapon system, I really didn't like that much. While I appreciated it because it made the game a lot easier, I just don't like that in zombies. I prefer having it be much more skill based, to where you actually have to know the map to get all the parts for that specific thing and learn the map and get good at the map, and then you earn that specialist weapon. You don't just get it right off the bat, because that was just something that I really didn't like within Black Ops 4, because it just made it so easy. You could just, I remember when I was playing Black Ops 4 a lot and I was getting pretty good at it, and I would play that game, and at that, because I played it so much, what I would do is if I got trapped in a corner, I would just pull out my specialist and kill everything around me and easily avoid death, and mix that with Dying Wish, and you are pretty much invincible, and you really can't go down. So I would like specialist weapons to return to how they were in Black Ops 3, where you had to build them and you had to earn them, and it was way more satisfying. Because if you think about it, the Ragnaroks were pretty easy to get. They weren't that hard. But the sword took steps, the Ragnaroks took steps, but the Skull of Non-Stopway took steps to earn. Like, you couldn't just jump in and instantly get that. You had to, get all the skulls. Let's not go down. You had to get all the skulls, and then you had to, and avoid going down. And then you had to fill the skull up with souls. To actually get it in a sort of small boss fight type situation. And then, of course, the dragon was pretty hard to get as well, so it took a lot of steps. That's how I would like to see them go back with their specialist weapons, is to do that, because that's just the best way, in my opinion, to have specialist weapons in the game. If you're going to have them, make it so that they are implemented that way, where you have to actually earn them, and they can't basically bail you out of every single situation, because that just made Black Ops 4 way too easy. And another thing, this is just kind of a small thing, but I don't want the cocaine zombies to return. They were just kind of annoying. I really did not like them. For those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, if you made it past round 50 in Black Ops 4 zombies, these zombies would be called, what I like to call is crack zombies, where they would just sprint at you like just madmen, like so fast, like double the speed of a standard sprinter, like these guys, but double the speed. I don't want that to return. That made high rounds very difficult, with them already being very difficult. And while I do like it in the way that it made high rounds go faster, which is definitely something that I liked, I just did not like that you had to play for hours and hours and hours, or that you had to deal with them coming so fast and basically downing you at some points because they are so fast that neither you can react fast enough or the weapons that you have can't react enough. So I would definitely like to not see that come back. That was just that definitely wasn't the best thing ever. So that's just a kind of a small thing. So I would like them to get rid of most of their Black Ops 4 systems and kind of go back to Black Ops 3/Black Ops 2 type systems, because those were my favorite zombie games in my opinion. Black Ops 1 was a great zombies game. Of course, I'm playing it right now and I liked it a lot, but I really like the innovativeness of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. And I would like to see that kind of go within Black Ops Cold War as well. Plus, again, they'd have survival maps that are essentially like Black Ops 1 maps. So, and now, that survival map that I was talking about, they don't have to be tiny maps. They just have to be, you know, they have to be decent size, basically. They have to be about, I'd say, you know, survival map would be about moon size, you know, because every single map within Black Ops 1 is a survival map. Every single map within this game is survival. So that's what I would like to see as well. So I can't really think of anything else. Unique wonder weapons, of course. Fun maps, of course. But I guess we could talk about the Chaos storyline as well, really quickly, because we only have about 2 rounds. We only have 2 rounds left. Wow, it kind of flew by when I started talking here. But I don't know how I would. I don't know. Like, the Chaos story was definitely mixed. That was definitely mixed. Was definitely mixed. And as for the Chaos story crew goes, do I believe that they will come back within Black Ops Cold War? I honestly don't think so. I don't think they will come back, for the simple fact that, really, I mean, the maps could kind of go along with the Cold War era. I think just those maps in particular, or that crew of characters, would just really not fit very well in a Black Ops Cold War or in a Cold War type of scenario. Because, I mean, while, you know, the Titanic map was, of course, not a, you know, a ancient map or an ancient history map, we also had 9, which was, of course, ancient times and the ancient Colosseums. And then we had Ancient Evil, which was, of course, within ancient Greece. Really, I don't think that it'll be returning, if I'm being completely honest. I really don't think it'll be returning. It could return, and I think they could definitely implement it in the Cold War era very well. But I just don't think that it was received well enough to actually come back within Black Ops Cold War. Because if you guys remember, during Black Ops 4's life cycle, they actually stopped making Chaos Crew maps, or maybe they didn't stop making them. Maybe this was their plan all along. Basically, what they did was they got rid of, or they stopped, the Ancient Evil was DLC 2 for Black Ops 3, or I forgot Dead of the Night as well. Dead of the Night was also an old map. But they, for the last 2 DLCs of Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, yeah, was it the last 2? Yeah, the last 2 DLCs for Black Ops 4 were ether maps, so we didn't see another Chaos map, and I'm not sure if that's because it wasn't well received, so Activision said, okay, scrap this, go with just ether maps and finish the story, or what exactly the deal was with that. But I just don't see it returning. I just don't see it returning at all into this upcoming game. The Chaos story, I think, will be left in the past, just like Call of Duty Ghost campaign was left in the past. While part of me wants to see it return, the Chaos Story crew return, because we left on a cliffhanger. I wanted to see what happened next. And same with Call of Duty Ghosts, the Call of Duty Ghosts campaign. I wanted to see what happened next with that story. But again, if it's not well received and it didn't make them as much money as they would have wanted to make, they're definitely going to scrap it. And I think that's what we can expect to happen with the Chaos storyline. But as for characters go, I don't really know what I want for characters. If they reboot the Black Ops franchise, I assume we'll see a different type of Nikolai, Dempsey, Takio, and Richtofen. But I don't know if they're actually going to go with that or not. We'll honestly just have to see what happens. But if I could honestly pick a crew that I would like to see, I would probably honestly pick Samantha, I would honestly like to see Samantha as one of the characters. I would like to see Reznov as a Zombies character. I would like to see yeah, those are the two characters I would like to see. Of course, I'd have to come up with two more. They'd have to come up with two more. Crap.
Alarms never mean something good is about
All right,
to happen.
I need to get a PES because I think it'll be here by the end of this round. But anyways, definitely Samantha is a character I would love to see, and definitely Reznov. Reznov as a Zombies character, how cool would that be? So that's what I would like to see for characters, but I really don't know what story they're going to do for this, because I don't know how the community is going to feel about not having these standard 4 characters again. It's going to be very weird. It's going to be very weird not having these original 4 characters. And maybe they'll bring them back. Nobody knows. Absolutely no one knows. But of course, when we get a trailer, we'll of course know. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm very, very curious, for sure, to see where they go with the zombie storyline. Whether it's a new storyline, whether it's a reboot of the Ether storyline, we'll have to see. We will have to see. So, but that's pretty much it. We talked a ton about Black Ops 5 Zombies and what I would want to see. And there's a lot I would want to see, because there's a lot of potential, for sure. We're just going to have to see what they go for when it comes to this game coming out this year. But I assume it'll be good. I think they learned from their mistakes, and I think they're just going to go with what they know because they had to rush so quickly. I don't think they're going to go too crazy. I think they're going to go with just what worked and what they knew and what they knew. All right. I'm training here only because we need to get ourselves a PES, or probably going to die, and that's not good because I want to get to round 30. You must get to round 30. I mean, we also could finish this round before that happens, but I doubt it. So, but yeah, I'm very excited to see where they go. But and as for how this channel would work, when it comes to Black Ops 5 Zombies, as I said, there will always be zombies on this channel. So, but when it comes to that game, there will be, you know, I will have that my main first attempt and stuff like that and guides and stuff will be on my main channel. Because of course my main channel is for everything Call of Duty, so if that includes Zombies mode, then that will be Zombies mode. So, but as for how this channel will go when it comes to Black Ops 5 Zombies, I will have, you know, high round attempts. I will have, you know, Easter egg runs, stuff like that here on this channel. That would be, that's probably how things will go on this channel when it comes to Black Ops 5 Zombies. So that's how Black Ops 5 Zombies will go on this channel. Is my first attempt and first playthrough will be on my main channel, as well as the guides for those maps will be on my main channel, and then, you know, high rounds and Easter egg runs and stuff like that will be on this channel. So that's basically how I want to do Zombies here on this channel for next year. But I mean, this channel may not be a zombies channel forever. I mean, I said that there will always be zombies on this channel like 5 minutes ago, but it's potential that something else could kick off for me on this channel. For example, like, I don't know, like some PC game like Valorant or PUBG or something. Those games could potentially kick off on this channel, and it could do really, really well, and then that would be the end of zombies basically on this channel. But for the time being, and while we can do it, then we will definitely have zombies on this channel until something else kicks off, if something else ever does kick off, because who knows, zombies could kick off and boom, this will become a zombies channel pretty much exclusively. But I said I really didn't want that with my channel. But anyways, we have made it to round 30, and therefore we are now done with the map Moon. I had a ton of fun playing on this playthrough. It was a very fun way to come back, and we are going to leave Moon the best way we possibly can, and that is to jump off the side. And bing, bada boom. Goodbye, Moon. Goodbye. And we actually ended up back. That's kind of awkward. Alright. Now, goodbye, Moon. Here we go. Farewell. On to Black Ops 2 Zombies. Well, there we go, guys. That's going to do it for my return to Moon. I had a ton of fun playing this map twice for you guys, and it was worth it. It was worth playing it twice. This map is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, as you guys know, as I mentioned, I think I might have mentioned it in my original playthrough already. But if I didn't mention in there, in those 2 parts that I uploaded for you guys, I will be having a ranking every single map in Black Ops 1 Zombies from worst to best the Saturday after this playthrough is done, or the Friday after this playthrough is done. So based off of my timing of this series, I think by the end of this week, this is of course Monday, the day I'm recording this video, we will be done with this playthrough by a week from today. So then Friday of next week, will be the ranking every single map from worst to best, which is going to be interesting. I'm very curious about where I'm going to place things, because there's a lot of good Black Ops 1 maps and there's a lot of iffy Black Ops 1 maps, so we'll have to see what happens when I come to that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe if you're new, check out all my other previous videos. I had a Road to PC Mastery video go up on Saturday, and if you want to check out my previous Return to video, I will leave that at the end of the video as well as every single episode from Nocturne and Tone all the way down to Moon will be in the playlist within the description. I'll see you guys all on another Call of Duty Zombies video very, very soon.